The eastern part of Democratic Republic of Congo is currently under human crisis. The villages are being torched down, burnt down, and people are moving and running away, from young people to old. Women are crying, the elderly people, pregnant women. Like, it is very insane, it is very sad to see people running out and leaving their places, ancestral land, because of conflict. And it is alleged, and I'm repeating, it is alleged that Rwanda is always behind this conflict in the eastern part of Democratic Republic of Congo, that the Rwandese are looting natural resources from that part of the country and taking it back to Rwanda. To my surprise, I haven't seen three things happening in this conflict. Number one, I haven't seen African heads of state are coming out to condemn what is happening in Democratic Republic of Congo, like they do when the war is outside Africa. Number two, I haven't seen Africans saying that they either stand with Rwanda or stand with the Democratic Republic of Congo, like they do when the war is between two nations outside Africa. Africans will be so quick to select one side to stand with. And number three, I haven't seen international media like Al Jazeera, CNN, BBC, and others coming to Democratic Republic of Congo and doing full coverage and showing the world exactly what is going on in Democratic Republic of Congo. Is it because this media, especially the CNN and the BBC, are being owned by the conceptual West, because they don't want to show the world exactly what is happening in Democratic Republic of Congo? But when the war is outside Africa, especially if it involves two European nations, I'm telling you, African leaders will be so quick to condemn such wars. They will take sides. They will either stand with one side and condemn the other. Africans too will choose sides to stand with. They will stand with one. And the international media, the BBC, the CNN, the Al Jazeera, Radio France, and the rest will be covering, giving full coverage from dawnbreak until the evening twilight. They will be there daytime, nighttime. They will be giving the world what is exactly happening on there. But when it is African, no, it is not happening. What's the reason? I don't know. Maybe if you know, you may drop your comment on the link on the comment section and maybe suggest what do you think. When it comes to Africa, they don't give it more coverage like they do when it is happening outside Africa. Like in the recent past, the war between Ukraine and Russia, even the United States of America, I will call it the conceptual West, most of European countries and America, US to be specific, they forced most of the countries in the world to stand with Ukraine and support Ukraine and deny Russia, and even do not trade with Russia, because United States and the conceptual West thought that Ukraine was the right and Russia did wrong. I don't know who did wrong between Russia and Ukraine. And even Africans, there are people, the Africans who were just saying I stand with Russia, or others will be I stand with Ukraine. Even the leaders, African leaders, I can remember that some who were really condemning Russia. The conceptual West will make you to be the enemy of the enemy, even if you don't know the real cause of the problem. And until now, the war is still going on between Russia and Ukraine. As we speak right now, the war is going on between Palestine, especially the Gaza Strip to be specific, and Israel. Again, the conceptual West has made people to support Israel and not to support Palestine. And I have seen in several media outlets, especially in the European nations and other countries, this is the second time I'm seeing this. During Russia-Ukraine war, when the war began, Russia was sanctioned and they call Russia terrorist. Flags of Ukraine could be flown on Olympic stadiums, in stadiums, in European football pitch, it could be flagged. And there was I stand with Ukraine, which is not wrong, because they're human beings, they were dying there, people were dying. But when it comes to Russia, I saw people were Ukrainian, or people were supporting Ukraine with Ukrainian flags against Russia could be allowed in any country. In most of the countries in Europe, they could be allowed to demonstrate and do such things and gather. But Russian, no. Even the policemen in those countries, they could not allow Russian flag to be flown and waved and Russian to demonstrate against Ukraine like the Ukrainians were doing against Russia. The same thing is happening right now between Israel and Palestine, and I've seen there were some Palestinians in one of the countries in Europe. They were denied rights to demonstrate peacefully to support their fellow Palestinians. But Israel, it was allowed because, it's okay for Israel to demonstrate peacefully in other countries and other people to support Israel. Even here in Africa, you'll find that it is right for Africans to support Israel with Israel flags without no problem. But Palestinians, when they do so, they are being called terrorists, and also they are not allowed. They are being banned and barred by the police officers, especially I've seen it in a lot of European countries. So the question is, what's going on really? Why will the conceptual West make us or make Africans to be the enemy of their enemies? But let's come back to Africa, especially in the ongoing war between Democratic Republic of Congo, this conflict. If charity begins at home, if it is true charity begins at home, why then will African leaders be silent and quiet like a deserted cemetery to talk about this issue which is going on between Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda? And it's also alleged that even Uganda has a hand in what is going on in Democratic Republic of Congo. My question is, why then we fail to uphold the integrity of our Africanicity? Why then will we be so quick to support what is going on outside Africa, but close our ears? We don't want to listen to what is happening in Africa. Where is the reality? Where is the humanity? Where is the Ubuntu? I'm not saying that you should not support any country. No, support any country of your choice. Support any country that you will. And the choice of your influence, the choice or the decision of your choice to choose which side to support depends on your influence. But majorly I've seen this being influenced by religion and what the conceptual West, the notions and the innuendos of the conceptual West in Africans and other nations. It is painful to see people, and especially those old women in Democratic Republic of Congo, living and fleeing. I just saw a clip where an old woman is running it's so painful to see. But the leaders of these countries which are causing conflict in Democratic Republic of Congo, they're living nicely. They don't have problems. What is going on really? No, bro, I don't understand it. We only, we die once, but we keep on living. Everything that was going on. Come on, man. To United Nations, call a meeting if that will be like you always do. In fact, United Nations is always quick to call meetings when the war is between European nations. But when it is between Africans, I haven't seen it happening. Maybe before I was born. It's so sad.